The Apple Car project is dead. Project Maven-developed AI identified airstrike targets. And did Amazon use AI to replicate the voices of actors in the Roadhouse remake? It's Wednesday, February 28th, and this is Engadget News. "10 years, billions of dollars, multiple leadership changes, and dozens of rumors later, the Apple Car project is dead." A new report from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman says that Apple has officially canceled the car, breaking the news to nearly 2,000 employees who had been working on it on Tuesday. As part of the change, Apple will move many employees working on the car to the company's artificial intelligence division, where they will focus on generative AI projects, which Apple is expected to share more about later this year, according to a statement by CEO Tim Cook on the company's earnings call earlier this month. But the car team also included hundreds of hardware engineers and car designers, some of whom, Bloomberg reports, will be able to apply for jobs in other divisions of the company. The rest are likely to be laid off. Apple has never spoken publicly about its efforts to build a vehicle, internally known as Project Titan, but a number of leaks over the years revealed the company's ambitions to expand into a brand new product category it had no experience in. At the beginning of the project in 2014, Apple wanted to build a fully self-driving car without pedals or a steering wheel with a remote command center ready to take over for a driver. But in recent years, Apple reportedly pared down its ambitions. As recently as last month, new reports suggested that Apple's car would be an electric vehicle, more akin to a Tesla than something completely new. Project Titan also went through multiple leadership shakeups. In 2021, Apple appointed Kevin Lynch, the executive who previously oversaw Apple Watch development, to head the car division after Doug Field, Project Titan's previous head, left for Ford. This is a rare setback for the company, which, according to Bloomberg, worked on powertrains, self-driving hardware and software, car interiors and exteriors, and other key components over the years. The U.S. military has ramped up its use of artificial intelligence tools after the October 7th Hamas attacks on Israel, based on a new report by Bloomberg. Skylar Moore, U.S. Central Command's chief technology officer, told the news organization that machine learning algorithms helped the Pentagon identify targets for more than 85 airstrikes in the Middle East this month. U.S. bombers and fighter aircraft carried out those airstrikes against 7 facilities in Iraq and Syria on February 2nd, fully destroying or at least damaging rockets, missiles, drone storage facilities, and militia operations centers. The Pentagon had also used AI systems to find rocket launchers in Yemen and surface combatants in the Red Sea, which it had then destroyed through multiple airstrikes in the same month. The machine learning algorithms used to narrow down targets were developed under Project Maven, Google's now defunct partnership with the Pentagon. To be precise, the project entailed the use of Google's artificial intelligence technology by the U.S. military to analyze drone footage and flag images for further human review. It caused an uproar among Google employees. Thousands had petitioned the company to end its partnership with the Pentagon, and some even quit over its involvement altogether. A few months after that employee protest, Google decided not to renew its contract, which had ended in 2019. Moore told Bloomberg that U.S. forces in the Middle East have not stopped experimenting with the use of algorithms to identify potential targets using drone or satellite imagery, even after Google ended its involvement. The military has been testing out their use over the past year in digital exercises, but it started using targeting algorithms in actual operations after the October 7th Hamas attacks. She clarified, however, that human workers constantly checked and verified the AI system's target recommendations. Human personnel were also the ones who proposed how to stage the attacks and which weapons to use. Amazon is being sued by the writer of the original 1989 Patrick Swayze version of the film Roadhouse over alleged copyright infringement in the movie's remake. The Los Angeles Times reported that screenwriter R. Lance Hill accused Amazon and MGM Studios of using AI to clone actors' voices in the new production in order to finish it before the copyright expired. Hill said he filed a petition with the U.S. Copyright Office in November of 2021 to reclaim the rights to his original screenplay, which forms the basis of the new film. At that point, the rights were owned by Amazon Studios as part of its acquisition of MGM, but were set to expire in November of last year. Hill alleges that once that happened, the rights would revert back to him. According to the lawsuit, Amazon Studios rushed ahead with the project anyway in order to finish it before the copyright deadline. Since it was stymied by the actors' strike, Hill alleges Amazon used AI to replicate the voices of the actors who worked in the 2024 remake. Such use violated the terms of the deal struck between the union and major studios, including Amazon. The claim is complicated by the fact that Hill signed a work-made-for-hire deal with the original producer, United Artists. That effectively means that the studio hiring the writer would be both the owner and copyright holder of the work. Hill, however, dismissed that as boilerplate typically used in contracts. The lawsuit seeks to block the release of the film, set to debut at South by Southwest on March 8th, before heading directly to streaming on Prime Video on March 21st, which in itself is a bit controversial. Amazon denies the claims, with a spokesperson telling The Verge that the studio expressly instructed the filmmakers to not use artificial intelligence in this movie. It added that if AI was utilized, it was only done in early versions of the film. Later on, filmmakers were told to remove any AI or non-SAG-AFTRA actors for the final version. It added that other allegations are categorically false and that it believes its copyright on the original Roadhouse has yet to expire. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism by Engadget senior editor Pranav Dixit, contributors Mariella Moon and Steve Dent, and was produced by Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.